Hey everyone, and welcome back to CoinTalk Podcast for a very exciting deep dive. You are not going to want to miss this one.
Buckle up.
Okay, so today is a big day in the crypto world, right?
It is a big day.
The Pi network is officially launching its mainnet.
Yeah.
You know that phone mining project everyone was talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's finally happening.
It's happening.
We're going to be diving deep into what this means for you guys.
It's certainly a significant event.
This is the main launch.
Scheduled for 8:00 a.m. UTC today.
Okay.
Marks the moment when those mined Pi coins become theoretically tradable.
Theoretically being the key word there, right?
Yeah.
So for those of you who have been diligently mining Pi on your phones, are you about to become a crypto millionaire?
Big question.
That's what we're here to unpack today.
Yeah,
We've got a great article from EV News that breaks it all down.
it does.
And let me tell you, there's a lot to consider.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot to consider.
So-
one of the first things to think about is the potential for a massive sell-off.
Okay.
We've seen this happen with other cryptos that relied heavily on airdrops and free coin distribution.
Right.
When a large number of coins suddenly fled the market, it can dilute the value, leading to a significant price drop.
Okay, so imagine millions of people hitting that sell button all at once,
Yeah.
potentially tanking the price of Pi.
It's a real possibility.
That's a risk that early miners have to weigh.
For sure.
I mean, would you hold on to a free coin that might be worthless tomorrow?
That's the question, isn't it?
Let us know your thoughts in the comments on our YouTube channel, CoinTalk Podcast.
Please do.
All right.
So, moving beyond just the price speculation for a moment.
Okay.
One of the biggest challenges Pi Network faces,
Okay.
and this is something the EV News article emphasizes, is the issue of utility.
Utility.
Right now, PiCoin's primary function is for peer-to-peer transactions,
Right.
which, let's face it,
That'd be
is
got it.
pretty limited in today's world.
Exactly.
Okay.
I mean, can you picture yourself walking into a store and paying for your groceries with PiCoin?
Not really.
Not quite yet.
Not yet.
And this is where the concept of a robust, decentralized application ecosystem,
Yeah.
or dApps for short,
Right.
becomes crucial.
Absolutely. Think of dApps as the building blocks of a thriving crypto ecosystem.
Okay.
These are applications built on blockchain technology that offer real-world utility, games, financial services, marketplaces, social media platforms.
Okay.
The possibilities are vast.
Yeah.
And for Pi to truly succeed, it needs to attract developers and partners
Okay.
who are willing to build these dApps on its platform.
So it's not just about the coin itself.
Right.
It's about creating a whole ecosystem around it.
Exactly.
That's where the real value lies.
That's where the value is.
And that's what separates a fleeting crypto trend from a project with long-term potential.
Absolutely.
Now, the EV News article did mention a few potential future use cases for PiCoin.
It did.
They talked about things like microtransactions,
Yeah.
decentralized finance applications, and even cross-border remittances.
Cross-border payments, that's a hot topic.
Ooh, cross-border payments, that's a hot topic.
Yeah,
It could be a game changer if Pi can pull it off.
potentially.
But remember, folks, these are just potential use cases,
Right.
not guarantees.
That guarantees.
We'll have to wait and see how things develop.
We will.
Make sure you're subscribed to CoinTalk Podcast
Yes.
so you don't miss our deep dives into these evolving crypto trends.
Definitely.
Speaking of waiting and seeing, another crucial aspect to consider is regulation.
Yeah, right.
Governments worldwide are grappling with how to regulate cryptocurrencies.
A big question.
And this uncertainty can create significant hurdles for projects like Pi,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to international expansion.
Absolutely.
It's a bit of a tightrope walk, isn't it?
It is.
Pi Network needs to find a way to comply with regulations while also staying true to the decentralized nature of cryptocurrency.
All right.
That's a tough balance to strike.
Yeah, it is.
But hey, it wouldn't be crypto without a little bit of risk and drama, right?
Indeed.
And if we look at the EV News article,
Yeah.
they do highlight some specific controversies and limitations surrounding Pi Network.
There are some concerns.
Oh?
For example, there are concerns about the environmental impact of its mining process,
Okay.
even though Pi claims to be energy efficient.
The age-old sustainability debate in the crypto world.
It never goes away.
It's a complex issue,
It is.
and we'll definitely be exploring it further in future episodes of CoinTalk Podcast.
Definitely worth exploring.
Okay, so to recap,
Yeah.
we've got the potential for massive sell-offs, the challenge of building real-world utility,
Yep.
and the ever-present regulatory uncertainty.
Big challenges.
And yet, despite these challenges,
Right.
Pi Network has managed to amass a huge an incredibly enthusiastic community.
That's true.
That counts for something, right?
It does count for something.
Absolutely. Enthusiasm and community support can be powerful forces in the crypto space.
No doubt about it.
But the question is,
Yeah.
can that enthusiasm translate into tangible value and long-term success?
That's what we need to see.
That's what we'll be digging into in the next part of our deep dive.
Looking forward to it.
Stay tuned, and don't forget to hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
And subscribe to CoinTalk Podcast on YouTube for more crypto insights and analysis.
We'll see you in part 2.
We'll be right back.
See ya. It's fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah.
You've got this large, passionate community. They can provide so much momentum.
Yeah.
But you know, at the end of the day, it's the underlying technology and real-world applications that determine a cryptocurrency's long-term success.
Totally. It's like the old saying, talk is cheap.
Exactly.
Pi Network needs to prove that it can deliver.
Actions speak louder than words.
So let's dive into the EV News article a bit further and explore some of the pros and cons they highlighted.
All right.
Where do we start?
Well, on the positive side,
Okay.
one of the biggest advantages Pi Network has
Yeah.
is its accessibility.
Okay.
The mobile mining model opens up the world of cryptocurrency to a much wider audience.
Okay.
You don't need expensive mining rigs or technical expertise to participate.
I mean, that was definitely a brilliant move on their part.
It was very smart.
They made it so easy for anyone with
Yeah.
a smartphone to get involved in crypto.
For sure.
And speaking of accessibility,
Uh-huh.
Pi Network already boasts a massive user base,
A huge user base.
which is another point highlighted in the article.
Yeah. Millions of people are already engaged with the platform.
Millions of people.
It's impressive.
That's a huge advantage right out of the gate.
Definitely.
And the article also emphasized Pi Network's ambitious vision.
Yeah, they're not thinking small.
They really believe they can revolutionize everyday transactions and create a more inclusive financial system.
A bold vision.
Okay, so we've got accessibility,
Yeah.
a massive user base, and a bold vision.
It sounds good so far.
Sounds pretty good so far, right?
Yeah.
But let's not get ahead of ourselves.
Right.
What about the potential downsides?
Yeah, we got to talk about the risks.
What are some of the cons the article mentioned?
Well, as we've already discussed,
Mm-hmm.
the biggest concern is still the unproven utility of Picoin.
Okay.
Beyond peer-to-peer transfers,
Yeah.
there aren't many concrete use cases just yet.
Okay, so we need to see those dApps,
We need to see in
those real-world applications
world applications.
that give Picoin tangible value.
Exactly.
Otherwise, it's just another speculative asset.
Right.
And that leads us to another potential downside,
Okay.
the risk of rapid devaluation.
Yeah, this is a big one.
History has shown that cryptocurrencies launched through free distributions,
Like airdrops.
like airdrops,
Right.
can experience steep price drops
Yeah.
once the initial hype fades.
The hype cycle is real.
So that initial surge of excitement
Yeah.
when the mainnet launches
Yeah.
could be followed by a massive sell-off,
It's possible.
potentially tanking the price of Pi.
Yeah. It's a roller coaster.
It's a roller coaster ride, that's for sure.
Big time.
And finally, we can't forget about the regulatory risks.
Right.
Governments around the world are still figuring out how to approach cryptocurrencies.
Absolutely.
And this uncertainty can create hurdles for projects like Pi,
Yeah.
especially when it comes to global expansion.
For sure.
It's a complex landscape,
It is.
and navigating those regulatory waters can be tricky.
Very tricky.
So for our viewers who are following along
Yeah.
and maybe feeling a little overwhelmed by all this information,
Understandably.
what's the key takeaway here?
I think the most important thing is to stay informed.
Okay.
The world of crypto is constantly evolving. Things are changing rapidly,
Right.
especially for a project like Pi Network, which is still in its early stages.
Great advice. And speaking of staying informed,
Yes.
make sure you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, CoinTalk Podcast,
Absolutely.
where we break down all the latest crypto news and trends
In a way that's easy to understand.
in a way that's easy to understand.
We try to keep it simple.
The EV News article also recommended diversifying investments.
Yeah, diversification is key.
Okay.
As with any investment,
I know.
especially in the volatile world of cryptocurrency,
Right.
don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Okay.
Spread your risk by investing in a variety of assets.
Diversification is key, folks.
It really is.
Don't go all in on any single crypto project,
No matter how promising it seems.
no matter how promising it seems. And finally, I think it's important to engage with the Pi Network community.
Yeah, get involved.
Read discussions, ask questions, Do your own research.
Absolutely.
The more you learn,
The better.
the better equipped you'll be to make informed decisions.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Now, for those of you who are just joining us,
Well,
we've been diving deep into the Pi network,
That's right.
which is launching its mainnet today.
good day.
We've talked about the potential for massive sell-offs, the challenge of building real-world utility,
Yep.
the regulatory landscape, and so much more.
We've covered a lot of ground.
It's a complex and fascinating story.
It is.
And we've only just scratched the surface.
There's more to come.
In the final part of our deep dive,
Right.
we're going to tackle the big question.
Here we go.
Is Pi Network a game changer or just another crypto cautionary tale?
That's the million-dollar question.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
It is.
Stick around because we're going to break it all down
We will.
and give you our insights.
Definitely.
And in the meantime, don't forget to hit that like button.
Hit that like button.
Leave a comment below
Let us know what you think.
and share this video with your friends.
Spread the word.
We'll be right back after a short break.
All right, everyone, welcome back to CoinTalk Podcast for the final part of our Pi Network deep dive.
The moment of truth.
It's been a wild ride so far, hasn't it?
It has been a wild ride.
We've talked about mainnet launches, potential sell-offs, the quest for real-world utility, and those looming regulatory shadows.
We've covered a lot.
But now it's time to address the elephant in the room.
Yeah.
The question that's on everyone's mind.
The big question.
Is Pi Network a revolutionary force
Okay.
that's going to change the world of finance?
Right.
Or is it just another flash in the pan
Uh-huh.
destined to fade into crypto obscurity?
That is the million-dollar question.
That's the million-dollar question, and we're going to do our best to answer it.
We'll try.
But remember, folks, this is just our analysis based on the information we have available.
Right.
There's no crystal ball here.
No crystal ball.
And the future of Pi Network is still very much unwritten.
Very much unwritten.
So let's approach this with a healthy dose of skepticism and critical thinking.
Absolutely.
The EV News article we've been discussing laid out some key factors that will determine Pi Network's success or failure.
Yeah. And I think it's important to revisit those.
Okay, let's do it.
So first and foremost,
Okay.
Pi Network needs to prove that its mainnet can handle the load.
That's a big one.
What happens when millions of users start transacting simultaneously?
Right.
Can the network handle that volume
Yeah,
without experiencing delays or security breaches?
that's the key.
That's a critical question.
It is.
And it's not just about handling transactions.
Yeah.
It's about creating a secure and reliable platform
Mm-hmm.
that developers can trust.
Right.
If Pi Network wants to attract those dApp creators we talked about earlier,
Yeah.
they need to demonstrate that their blockchain is up to the task.
I need to prove it.
It's all about building that foundation of trust.
Absolutely.
And speaking of dApps,
Okay.
that's another crucial piece of the puzzle.
dApps are key.
Pi Network needs to move beyond just peer-to-peer transactions
Right.
and create a thriving ecosystem
Yeah.
of decentralized applications.
Think about it, folks. What makes a platform like Ethereum so valuable?
Huh?
It's the thousands of dApps built on top of it. That's where the real innovation happens. That's where users find value beyond just holding a token.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Pi needs to foster that same kind of innovation and growth.
Yeah.
And that means attracting developers,
Right.
building partnerships, and creating a supportive environment
Right.
for those dApps to flourish.
It's all about the ecosystem.
And then, of course, there's the regulatory hurdle.
Ah, yes. Regulation.
Pi Network needs to navigate the complex,
It is complex.
ever-changing world of crypto regulations.
Always
This
changes.
is something that can make or break a project.
Absolutely.
It's a delicate dance.
It is.
They need to comply with regulations
Mm-hmm.
while also maintaining the decentralized spirit of cryptocurrency.
That's the challenge.
It's not an easy task.
No, it's not.
So to summarize,
Okay.
Pi Network's success hinges on a few key things.
Right.
A robust and secure mainnet,
Mm-hmm.
a thriving dApp ecosystem, and a smart approach to regulation.
Those are the pillars.
Those are the pillars.
Yeah.
And it's going to be fascinating to watch how Pi Network tackles these challenges
It will be interesting to see.
over the coming months and years.
For sure.
So what does this all mean for you,
Right.
our loyal CoinTalk podcast viewers?
Our amazing viewers.
Well, first and foremost, stay informed.
Yeah, stay informed.
Keep an eye on Pi Network's developments.
Absolutely.
Follow their official channels. Read articles like the one from EV News.
That's a great resource.
And, of course, subscribe to our YouTube channel
Yes.
for more deep dives into the crypto world.
We've got you covered.
Don't forget to hit that like button
Hit that like
and leave a comment below
and let us know.
telling us what you think about Pi Network's chances.
What do you think?
Do you think it's the future of finance?
Hmm.
Or just another crypto fad?
We want to hear from you.
We want to hear your thoughts.
And as always,
And most importantly,
remember that any investment in cryptocurrency should be approached with caution.
yeah.
Do your own research, understand the risks, and never invest more than you can afford to lose.
Wise words.
Just being cautious.
So that wraps up our deep dive into the Pi Network.
That's a wrap.
It's been a roller coaster of a ride,
It has been a roller coaster.
but we hope you've learned something along the way.
We hope so.
Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time on CoinTalk Podcast.